For thousands of years, an entire civilization watched the sky. Not for myths, not for prophecies, but for survival. Every year, one single star decided when Egypt would live, and when it would starve. This is not a legend. This is history. This is the story of how one star controlled ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt did not survive because of luck. It survived because it mastered time. The Nile River flooded once every year. Too early crops died. Too late, famine followed. There were no satellites, no weather forecasts, no calendars as we know them. So the Egyptians turned to the sky. They observed the sun, they studied the moon, but above all, they trusted one star. The brightest star visible from Earth is Sirius. To the ancient Egyptians, it was known as Sopdat. Later, the Greeks would call it Sirius, the dog star. Sirius is not subtle. It outshines every other star in the night sky. And once every year, it disappeared. Then it returned. That return changed everything. For most of the year, Sirius was invisible, hidden in the glare of the sun. But on one specific morning, just before sunrise, Sirius reappeared. This moment is called the heliacal rising. To the Egyptians, this was not symbolic. It was precise, predictable, repeatable, and every single time Sirius rose this way, the Nile flooded shortly after. Not sometimes, not occasionally, every year, the Nile flood transformed Egypt. It deposited rich black soil. It irrigated the fields. It allowed wheat, barley, and flax to grow. Without the flood, Egypt was desert. With it, Egypt was an empire. Sirius became the warning system, the countdown, the clock. When Sirius rose, priests prepared, farmers waited, officials recorded. Time itself had a signal. The Egyptians did something revolutionary. They built a calendar around a star. They counted 365 days from one heliacal rising of Sirius to the next. No leap year, no corrections, just observation. This became the first solar calendar in history, and it was accurate enough to last for thousands of years. Even today, your modern calendar carries Egypt's fingerprints. Sirius was associated with the goddess Isis. The Nile flood was linked to Osiris. The pharaoh ruled as the cosmic mediator. But this was not blind religion. This was information control. The priesthood knew when Sirius would rise. The people did not. When the flood arrived on time, the gods were pleased. When it failed, rituals intensified. Timekeeping meant power. Whoever controlled the calendar controlled Egypt. There is no lost technology here. No ancient astronauts. No forbidden knowledge. Only patience. Centuries of observation. Records passed down generations. Clear skies. Clear purpose. The Egyptians did not worship the star blindly. They measured it, and in doing so, they mastered one of the most powerful forces any civilization can control: predictability. Today, we believe we control time. We measure it in milliseconds. We synchronize it across the world. Yet the truth is simple. We still live by the same rule that governed ancient Egypt: predict time or be controlled by it. Modern civilization does not run on machines alone. It runs on prediction. Whether models decide harvests, economic calendars move markets, power grids and digital networks depend on perfect timing, miss the timing and systems fail. The ancient Egyptians understood this without technology. They had no satellites, no computers. What they had was patience and observation. They watched the sky, they recorded patterns, they trusted repetition. That is what made Egypt powerful. Not pyramids, not gold, not armies. Stability. The heliacal rising of Sirius was Egypt's early warning system, a silent signal that announced the Nile's flood. Today, we use satellites. Back then, they used stars. Different tools, same logic. Observe carefully, record patiently, act early. This is the foundation of science. The Egyptians did not rush time. They waited generations to confirm patterns. In a world obsessed with speed, they chose precision. Your year still has 365 days because a single star once rose over the Nile at dawn. Civilizations collapse when they lose rhythm with time. When prediction fails, a single star controlled ancient Egypt, not because it was worshipped, but because it was understood. And the lesson remains. Those who understand time shape history. Those who ignore it are shaped by it. History is not just something we read. It is something we live by. If this story changed the way you see time, support the work. Like this video, share it with those who question history, and subscribe to Secrets of Time for documentaries that explore how ancient knowledge still shapes our world today. More stories are coming, and some of them will change everything you thought you knew.